Hey guys, Ralph here. The spooky music already. Yeah, her mother looked kind in this picture, but John knew. I'm continuing the game. I'm so tired. It's 3:45 or 3:15. It's the same night. I'm so tired. I just want to finish this game, honestly. Her mother looked kind in this picture, but John knew all too well that the worst parents could try to act the most loving. When Lizzie had spoken of her mother, her terms had been negative. He wondered briefly if there could be any kind of abuse. It was painful. It was a painful thought, but maybe it would explain Lizzie's desperation for love, or maybe he was making up. Yep, he hated it when people made up sob stories about their condition. After all, John checked the next door, but it was locked or jammed. So instead, he ambled back to the living room. Lizzie was probably almost ready. He wanted to be waiting on her when she was done. Oh god, this is gonna get awkward, isn't it? Please, Crimson Gray. I put this in my last comments. Don't do it to me, okay? I want to not. She finally emerged wearing similar clothes. It looks slightly more comfortable. John wasn't sure if he was relieved or disappointed. Okay. I wish I would have worn a dress on our date. Dresses are nice and they're uncomfortable, you know. Actually, I don't. I'm just feeling silly. They are really uncomfortable, though. I like it when you look at me, whether I'm trying to be beautiful or not. It makes me happy. She slides closer to him, apparently unaware of how much their bodies was touching his. Her body was touching his. No, she was probably even more aware than he was. You make me happy. I'm glad I'm with you too, Lizzie. I'm so glad to hear you say that. John, I want you to stay here tonight. You mean with me? Together? Okay. Alright, instant no. Sorry. As the night took a sharp turn, John did his best not to panic. He had not thought the date would actually go there, much less in such an obsessive way. But did he have to panic? Lizzie was usually this obsessive. Was usually this obsessive, and she had brought it up in the most stable way. Besides, they were dating. It would be strange for them to wait, what? It wouldn't be strange. Okay. John. I have to choose right now? What anime is this? So sorry. I would hit my mic. I was going to say fan service or not. I'm going to go with not because I'm trying to stay monetized. YouTube, I hope you're watching. Good God. Do you see what you're making me do, YouTube? I hope you're happy. Lizzie, I want to be with you, but now just isn't the right time. What's wrong with the time? Well, no. Well, I'm not in a good place right now. I want to get my head straight. I'm afraid that my depression would get the better of me. I want to be able to really be with you, and I want. Okay, great. I hope you're not upset. Honestly, I want to keep dating you. That's okay. I understand. That's not. I'm dead. That face is not like. That's okay. I understand. That's. How dare you? You're dead. Like Jesus. That's all I have to say about that. Yeah. I'm real close to the mic right now, aren't I? Sorry. But I still don't want you to go. Will you stay a little longer? You won't force anything? I understand that it's not the right time. It's not the time. Not the right time for that now. Sorry, I'm turning down volume. Then I've had a nice time so far. I suppose I could stay a little longer. Here, let me go make some tea. He was left sitting awkwardly by himself, wondering if he was completely insane. Did he just What was that? It sounded like the little baby velociraptors from Jurassic Park. John wasn't even sure that he'd done the right thing. She might have been a little unstable, but she was completely in control of herself. It wasn't like there would have been anything wrong with it, or so he told himself. But the idea still made part of him deeply uneasily. He wasn't sure why, but he hoped the feeling wouldn't last long. Maybe the tea would calm his nerves. Here you go, John. I brewed a cup for each of us. Thank you. It was just a little sweet, so he took another sip. John usually didn't enjoy tea. Oh my god, she probably drugged us, didn't she? We are drugged. We're gonna be put in a blender, one body part at a time. And we're gonna be forced to drink our legs. What? We're gonna be forced to drink our toes. What the frick? It was just, yeah. John usually didn't enjoy tea, but right now the mild taste was exactly what he needed. I'm glad you took this so well. That makes sense. If that makes sense. Of course, John, I don't want us to be together. I want us to be together forever. I wouldn't want to force anything on you before everything is ready. Well, I think later these dots are making me uncomfortable. Sorry, I lost my train. Yep, we're drugged. We're drugged. There's no doubt in my mind we are 100% drugged. Because that's one of the side effects is disorientation and like not being able to focus. Correct? We have to do like drug we have to do like research about drugs in health class. That's why I know this. I just wanted this to work out. Yeah, I understand that people have hurt you. You're too kind for this world. You need my help. That's kind of you. I'm glad to have you with me. I'm acting out the triple dots and everything. Depression isn't something that just cures, you know? It stays with you. You learn to deal with it. Just these I'm sorry, I'm not feeling so. Wait, Lizzie, did you put some in my tea? Okay, hi. It's okay, John. Relax, I'll take care of you. Lizzie, no, don't. His vision fades out, and his body went slack. I never heard that before. His body went slack. Okay. The last thing he felt before he slipped away entirely was Lizzie drawing his head down to rest on her lap. I'm dead. I'm gonna be eating my toes when I wake up. John awoke to the feeling of something tight around his wrist. At first he thought it must be tangled in the sheets, but when he tried to move his hands, they were stuck. The memories returned in a bitterly cold flood. Lizzie must have drugged the tea and brought him wherever this was. His blurred vision slowly returned, and he could make out a rough basement around him. He could just see a heavy metal door at the top of the stairs. That's the door? That she was like, it's just the door. And there's weapons, and I'm gonna get tortured to death. Oh, frig. This better not be some Yonderella bullcrap. I will quit. It looked as though there were shelves and tools around the walls, but he couldn't pay attention to those. Now with Lizzie standing in front of him, eyes fixed on his face. I'm glad you're awake now. Are you feeling okay? Okay, I'm sorry, John. I really am, but I don't have a choice. You're so kind, too kind. I wish you could understand how much I need you. I have to make you understand. What are you gonna do to me? Don't be afraid, John. Everything's alright. We're gonna be eating our toes here in a second. I'm completely empty. There's nothing inside me. There's never been anything inside me. The emptiness craves something. I didn't understand what I needed for years and years. Eventually, I realized that I needed a person, a specific person, but I didn't know who. Occasionally, there would be a flicker of feeling. I'd watch someone for a while, but they were never what I needed. Nothing actually mattered until I met you, Lizzie. Hush, let me finish. For so long, I could barely even bear to look at you. The feelings were too intense, and then I couldn't bring myself to talk to you. I was afraid it would all just disappear. But the feelings didn't go away. They got stronger. You were made for me, John. You need to understand that. I love you. I love you. Okay, Lizzie. I want you to feel that way about me, but not like this. You're not well. You don't mean that. John doesn't mean that. What the frick? I want to be different. Be a girl you could like easily. I tried. But I'm not. I'm empty. I'll be empty until you finally fill that emptiness. Kidnap? Oh. I'm not trying to get demonetized. Isn't going to get you what you want, Lizzie. Oh, no, no, no. I would never do that to you. You were right before. It's too early for us to do that. Okay. Then why am I tied to a chair? Me. Me. And like, I'm like in a hostage situation. Dude, are you gonna take my money or not? No. Then why am I tied to a chair? Ow. I just popped both my arms. Ah! That hurt. You're sick too, John. You don't understand how much I love you. I have to make you understand. Stay here. Try to get comfortable. You have days and days to start to understand. Days and days. John recalled that they were going on a full week of vacation. That meant she should keep him here. She could keep him here for a full 9 days before they returned to school. Didn't he live with his dad? Well, he was a workaholic dad. That was no accident. Lizzie might be unstable, but her mind was disturbingly clear. She'd planned this maybe even before asking him out on the date. I'm taking a screenshot because that's the background. That's the thumbnail. His heart ached. John couldn't Oh, that's my mic. Sorry. John couldn't understand the way his mind worked. But she was obviously in great pain. In fact, the way she had spoken, it almost reminded him of his own depression. What is happening? Okay. That brought to mind an old lesson, one he learned with his therapist before, Mrs. Smith. His depression explained why he lashed out at ones close to him, but it didn't excuse it. The people around him could choose to suffer through it involuntarily, but that was their decision. Was this something he could help Lizzie get through? Did he want to? As he looked around the basement, he saw a lot of heavy tools. Some of the hammers and knives looked as if they'd been used. They had blood on them? John slumped against the rope, binding him to the chair, and just wept. We're gonna die. He wasn't sure how long the release of emotion continued, but when it was over, John felt as though his mind purged. His current situation might be pretty bad, but he still had options. He could figure out something, assuming he'd figure out what he'd even wanted to do. The same thing to do would be to find a way to escape, contact the police, or maybe it would be safer to convince Lizzie to calm down, take more medication, not hurt him. John, we're going to have ever so much fun together. Are you excited? He needed to say something, turn the situation around, but it was just so hard to focus. Before I got to know you, I thought this would be the easy part. I thought I understood how people worked. Some things, oh god, my eyes are burning. Some things never made sense to me, but others are so simple. Lizzie, we're dead. Lizzie walked up to the wall and began running her fingers over the tools there. She picked up a knife and caressed the edge, partially turned away from him. Oh, we're dead. I thought that once I found you, I could make you mine, and then it would fill the hole. But you see, I understand how much, oh my god, my ear, how much you changed me. I'm so much happier, and everything is so much more complicated. She walked towards him, wearing a soft, loving expression, but still holding the knife. John froze and held his breath. She walked behind him. I want all of you, John. Even the parts I didn't know existed before. If I hurt you, I would never really want... What? I don't really have what I want. The knife slid past his face, but only as Leslie moved to embrace him. She wrapped her arms around his neck and pressed herself against his back, inhaling deeply. Okay, I have to end the video here. And I'm not going to be able to continue this. I gotta go to sleep. I gotta get up. There's a fair tomorrow. As I know there's a fair in this game. I was gonna try to get to it before, I went to the fair in real life, but I guess I'll just have to continue it tomorrow. I suck, I know. Anyways, oh god, I almost dropped this. Hope you guys video. If you like it, I'll say so. Peace out. Bye bye.